2020 right now. And Shane from Dapto, what's happening, mates?
Oh, Happy New Year, Dan. It's so great to hear you back on the radio.
Oh, thanks, mate. It's good to be back. You know, I couldn't start the new decade off without doing a show here, you know?
Death toll rising. 7 people now confirmed dead in bushfires on the New South Wales south coast. Also, incredible survival. The firefighters who braced as a raging inferno swallowed their trucks. The nation rings in a new year. Australians do their bit, raising millions for bushfire relief. With lives lost, people missing and hundreds of properties destroyed.
It's horribly bad. In fact, yesterday could have been the worst day of the fire season so far. Authorities now confirming that 7 people have been confirmed dead, killed by these bushfires, including a father and son trying to defend their property at Cobargo.
Concerned that number will go up today. In fact, there'll be more said about that later in the day. But today is a day where it's safe to do so, that our police and emergency services can actually go through the properties that have been lost and in some circumstances make some very, very horrible findings, and there'll be more to say about that later today, but I do want everyone to brace themselves.
If they're heading into the 2 towns we just visited, Corma and Cobargo, many will find their homes gone. This emergency is far from over.
His New Year's message, Scott Morrison has urged all Australians not to panic. Trials, whatever disasters have befallen us, we have never succumbed to panic.
Well, Ange, this is one of the worst affected streets here in Malakuta. Dozens of homes have been destroyed. This is the wreckage that remains. It's now covered in ash. Yesterday, many locals came here to try and fight the fires, but they were forced to flee once the risk to their lives became far too high.
Just my baby memories from my kids and just everything, just gone.
She told the lady to leave here because she was here with her elderly mother, and it was early hours, and so I went and knocked them up, told them I better go.
Didn't see anything other than smoke. It was just all black. It was like night time.
Certainly the best place in town, fairly protected by water.
With the bushfire crisis, which reached a new level over the weekend, with hundreds of homes feared destroyed. In Victoria, Premier Daniel Andrews has urged people to donate money to a new bushfire relief fund, with warehouses at capacity and relief workers stretched to the limits are returning to a trail of destruction and loss.
Feared destroyed across an unprecedented 48 hours of destruction. Entire towns decimated. This morning, heartbroken residents returned to the aftermath.
Yeah, good morning, Tracy. Well, here in Wingello this morning, we know the bushfire went through. That's obvious. But let me tell you, it looks more like a bomb has gone off in this town. It is absolutely unbelievable, the extent of the damage. It looks like a war zone or perhaps a Hollywood set. And this stretches for the entire street here. A couple of houses have been saved, but most of them have been absolutely reduced to rubble.
2020 a big one, and to all those people who have been through an awful time over the last couple of months, tell us what your theory is and how you're going to move forward and make 2020 a brighter.
Yeah, look, it's a funny start to a new year, isn't it? But we're all chipping away at our New Year's resolutions.
Yeah.
We're worried about the fires, but we are still doing our New Year's resolutions.
I've broken mine already.
Have you?
Yeah.
We need to talk about it.
Well, I had to, after I saw some pictures of myself, unflattering.
This crisis has reached a new level in the last 48 hours with an additional 60 homes lost, and that number is expected to rise into the hundreds as authorities inspect the damage in New South Wales and Victoria. Victoria's Premier Daniel Andrews has urged people to donate money to a new bushfire relief fund with warehouses at capacity and relief workers stretched to the limits. He says donations of clothes or food are no longer needed in the state.